Yeah.
Welcome to the Daft Preview Show. It's Dan and Luke here again on your, what is this? It's a wacky Wednesday. It's midweek. It's not payday this week, unfortunately, so not as aroused as I normally am. How's everything going, big dog?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously not payday, but obviously a payday for you over the weekend. Some good wins.
Just a little one,
Small win.
Just a small win. About $4,000 or $5,000 in profit over the weekend? It's not bad. Put in a bit of work, get paid for it. I told you last week that the best thing for me to do is to spend it as soon as I get it.
So what have you spent it on? How many more brake pads?
No. I need another car if I'm going to get extra brake pads. What do we got? We've got a new MacBook on the way. We've got a new set of hair clippers. As you know, I'm follically challenged, so I'm forced to shave my head every single week. So I've gone out and got something moist, like all-star, like the Nathan Cleary of hair clippers. I've got it all. So
nice.
Look, there's probably some more new things to come. Just want to say hi to everyone who's in the chat so far. We got Lachlan, Hobbo, Huncho, Cranks is in, Blake Riley. What do we have? Lachlan wants to know if we've rigged the draw again.
I really hope he wins this week. No, I don't. I think he's probably going to come second.
We're rooting for. Look, you might as well just put his name in now, right? Put his name in now.
Yeah, it's there. It's the first one in.
It's the first one in.
Yeah, it's got the same names as. So it's the same. When you go back to the website, it leaves the names that he had in last time, and he's top of the pile because he's never wins, so he's never taken off the wheel. So there
you go. Lucky you're at the top. We do have a giveaway on tonight's show. Last week we had a bet on, I guess, the margin of victory within the Para South game. Luke predicted it to be a lot closer. I expected a blowout. What I expect generally happens half of the time. So I got the cookies last week. What that means, Luke's going to be funding tonight's giveaway. Last week, I didn't give away a case of beer because the person who won was an absolute degenerate and wanted to use that money for a bet. So I bet it for him and I lost it. So apologies, Dane. Should have took the case of beer. So we've got another case of beer on offer tonight. And
I'll do a bet as well, but
I take the beer, honestly.
You can bet your own, yeah, exactly. Don't do a bet. What's exciting?
Take the free grog.
Free grog.
Take it. So the code word for tonight is toilet. We are going to spend approximately 4.5 minutes talking about the wildest things to ever happen within a pub cubicle. So let's just kick it off with that, actually. So we had Kalen Ponga, Kurt Mann. They were caught hooking up in a cubicle at a bar or a RSL. I don't know where the fuck they were, but they weren't very well dressed. But what are your thoughts on that, Gay?
Well, according to someone I work with, that establishment in Newcastle is quite frequented by the Newcastle Knights players. And a couple of weeks ago, I was actually chatting with him about it, and he speaks about you can always see them. You always see them out in the town. They're massive piss heads and everything like that. So he wasn't shocked with it. I like the rumors. I don't want to know. I don't want it to come out. I want the rumors because as I said last week, the rugby league's greatest rumors was Cam Munster with Anastasia Palaszczuk. There's all these. Is Ponga? Is it what's his name now? Canberra and Billy Boyle. They got caught. Elliot, when they got caught in the cubicle, they were hooking up. They said
they weren't doing drugs.
They weren't doing drugs.
Everyone jumped to the conclusion that they were hooking up, but these boys, for some reason, drugs. It's drugs.
Sonny Bill and Candace Warner back in the day.
That was not drugs. That one.
That was not. Yeah, but might have been. We don't know. I like the unknown. So, the old man coming out and saying he was sick and he was in there looking after him. I think I've outgrown my days of being sick in. Oh no, I haven't. I will be sick in venues from time to time.
You never with some. You never hey, come with me, mate.
Come with me and help me vomit. No, you go vomit. You try and make it as as sneaky as you can, because usually it's embarrassing to your mates if you chunder.
It is.
You throw up, you freshen up, and you walk out there, and you don't want to, like, you try and avoid people knowing. So maybe that's how Ponga likes to be supported. But
the one thing that stands out to me is, I guess it's a lot of the media saying this, but a lot of them are like it's so obvious what he was doing, and then I'm thinking to myself, it's only obvious if you've done it.
Yes,
like, that is the only time it's obvious if you've done it.
Yeah. Exactly. When they go, oh, they were definitely doing that. I'm like, oh, what? You must be speaking from experience of being in cubicles.
Yeah. So, I think he's being hard done by. There's some talks about stripping him of the captaincy. What do you think on that? Is that too harsh?
No, I'd look more to the salary and just say, is this what you want to be paying over $1 million for? Like, I don't know. I think he's got more issues coming with his head knocks and stuff than that. So
yeah, well, if he's having nosebleeds or even hooking up with blokes with a concussion, it's not just a dangerous thing to do.
It is.
Drinking the beers, shouldn't be doing that either. So, look, tough time in Newcastle. The other bit of headlines is Bradman Best, Tuala dropped, didn't meet the standards of the club. When I first saw this, I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Is Bradman Best, though, one of the biggest fizzles in rugby league recently?
He sucks.
When he first started, I'm like, this guy's going to be the most destructive centre in the game. He was like built like a fucking brick shit house.
Bradman Beast.
He was huge, whereas Stags was all muscle and power, whereas he was just built like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
And he's just gone to shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bradman. He's gone very quiet. But I do like Newcastle's stance. Well, they fucking smashed these guys for getting, late to a bus or something.
Yeah, they're late to the bus, yeah.
Yeah. And then they went, too hard on fucking Clemmer for swearing at the trainer. Yeah. And then now Ponga and Kurt Mann have done this, and they'll probably do nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking problems there, and I'd say it starts from the top.
Bit of inconsistency. Tough time being a Knights fan. But look, we'll talk about how they perform this week in light of these recent rumours. Last thing I want to surprise you with.
Yep.
I want to talk about the Rabbitohs coach. What's his name? Demetrio?
Yep.
I think it was by round 4 we wrote him off. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Wrote him off completely. Were we wrong?
I still don't like. They're a chance. Don't get me wrong, but I did say though, with people bagging them for getting rid of Reynolds, that it's a bit harsh because Reynolds wanted a longer contract, and you look at it now, they're not like they're crazily worse off. They're actually doing better than Brisbane. I don't think they. Again, if you look at, they made the grand final last year, and they fell short, and they don't look like a better team this year. They would need a Reynolds to win the comp. So there's a difference between this year and last year. Is they don't have Reynolds, but they have Latrell, and I don't think Latrell's the difference. Cody. He's been playing incredible, but he had a little groin issue this week. Apparently, he's fit for tomorrow, but.
He's played 4 or 5 games in a row. He doesn't normally do that. So
yeah, I don't think they'll make the top 4, and that's where I think the winner will come from. I don't think they'll finish outside the 8, and they'll most likely play Roosters round 25 and the first week of the finals.
Yeah,
so they're going to go back-to-back games against the Roosters, and then they're going to have to play they got a really hard run to win the comp. So I can't see them doing it.
It is interesting to see them peak at the right time of the year, though. There's only a few teams doing that at the moment. Like Cronulla's coming home well. Obviously, the Roosters, the Rabbitohs,
Melbourne,
Para shit in the bed, Brisbane shit in the bed. Melbourne, based off last week, that was ridiculous. Could be peaking at the right time, and Penrith doesn't necessarily peak. They're just fucking excellent all the time.
They're just missing a fucking ton of players, and it's painful to watch at the moment.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a second because they fucking ruined one of my multis. Shit pricks, couldn't score a point. Let's get into this week's round of betting. What do we have? Before we get into this, though, if you're watching, listening, if you're here in the chat and you fucking haven't subscribed to the already, just subscribe. Just do it, please.
Just click the button.
Just fucking click it, mate. Slam your face on the keyboard and mouse, and we'll see what happens. Because if I hear another person tell me how underrated the channel is or the Discord, I'm going to absolute flip. because I'm sick of all these praise and these very nice words, but our sub count barely moving. Like we are getting closer to our goal of 1,000 subs. We're at 66, so I need to see a bit more love from everybody out there. Capiche? You got it? All right, let's go. Let's party. Game 1. Love Thursday night footy. We've got the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Is that right? Hang on, let me get rid of this fucking banner here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've already got Souths playing Souths. Here we go.
Souths v Penrith. Mate, what's that? Penrith playing on Thursdays.
I know, it's shit.
Penrith are tough games to really bet on and find value, and I hate starting the round with them. I will say that.
Agree.
Don't like that. But we do see currently South's a favourite. $1.60, Penrith $2.35, the line being 3.5 points. Total points are at 41.5. I think it's all eyes on Latrell. Got that little groin injury. He's playing it off like it's nothing. Do they really need to play the bloke leading into the finals? They're going to make the top 8 anyway. Is it worth playing him when there's a chance they probably don't win? Like, that's the wild card for me, whether that fucker plays or not, because those odds will swing. He's worth more than 3.5 points. So, do you think he'll play? Do you think Latrell's in this one?
I think so, because it's an outside chance, but there's a chance they can make the top 4. Obviously, they need Storm to slip up. But I think that's purely why they're playing him. They're 2 points from the 4. And even if they don't make the top 4 to get that home first week final, I know it's probably going to be against the Roosters, but it may not be. It could be the Broncos. And,
aren't they sharing a home stadium, though?
Yeah, but it's a very likelihood, but you'd rather grab that home first week against the Roosters than travel to Brisbane, for example.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Yeah, so there's a little bit still at stake for them there. They are on a run at the moment. It is a risk that they say I don't know, they wouldn't play him otherwise. Like, they know their season hinges on him. And I think they should be beating this Penrith team. They're not going to they haven't had an easier Penrith team in a long time, South, so.
Yeah. Well, Penrith does have Dylan Edwards back. I think he's extremely important, especially defensively. He makes good meters. What else is there? Is Tyro injured? Sad? Like, what's going on with Brian? You know what's going on with
him? He's just playing on his weakest position, his side. He's doing his job. He's making the meters, but it's not his side. Like, he moved for Taylor May. And it's just, even Origin, he played out of on the wrong side. Like, he's just, when he was killing it and scoring tries, he was a left-handed winger. But I honestly think a lot of it is because he's playing outside of Crichton. Crichton doesn't pass the ball. He's not a centre that skips and creates space and puts your winger over. Yeah. He's more of I'm going to run it myself type of winger, or give you the flick. There's a fucking flick pass he threw last season. It was so shit. I'm like, it was fucking Lomax-esque.
Out of the Lomax playbook.
It is right, and again, it's like Tautai Moga. Like, imagine him with a decent centre. Like,
yeah, I've noticed Crichton, like, he likes to step inside anyway. He never tries to beat him outside to put his winger away. No, he's always coming inside.
Yeah, he's always to come inside and go power game. He's never like tried to skip and get out and catch it, draw the winger in, for example. He never will. He'll do it this week now. You watch, but
or it could be his preference is just to run left. He used to be a left centre, and that helps put your winger on. But now he's playing on the right. He's just running in field all the time. So look, get on the blower to Ivan Cleary, mate. Give him a couple of these tips. Get him to tune in. Get him to subscribe. And Penrith might have a chance of winning this game. What are your thoughts on what happens? What the fuck's going to happen in this game?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I've thought about South flogging us. I've thought about Penrith somehow winning this game. I've thought about it being low scoring. I would, if I'm going South, I'm taking the 1-12. I don't think they'll blow Penrith off the park. And even Melbourne last week at Penrith, they were up
so good.
They were very good. And they were up, it was 16-0 after like 30 minutes, and there was no points after that. So people like, Melbourne's defense. But Penrith also just dominated this field position and game in the second half. And that first try, kick out, knocked it on. It would have been 6-0 Penrith. Instead, they went down the other end. And Olam's little chip over the top on the run was class. Northaluma's try against Crichton, just beating him. Like, fucking Tigers. They're so fucking shit. And then Brandon Smith, like, stepping Charlie. As soon as Charlie Staines was named, that game was over. He's so fucking shit.
I don't know why they had Staines at fullback. And
I think they're trying to get some money out of him. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
They're trying to build his value so they can fuck him off. Or?
He's a first grader. Sell him.
Mm.
But I would take Souths 1 to 12 here. $3.15. I think that's the value.
Ooh, yeah. I noticed some bookies were over $3.15. Some are only paying $2.90. Rabbitohs are at home as well. Yes. Lachlan Ilias is playing, but in saying that, the bloke that stepped in for him played exactly the same way. You didn't even notice that Ilias wasn't there.
No, he's just rested.
But Cam Murray's playing really good at the moment too. But Penrith, they do have some people returning. Forward pack still strong. I did the same. I wasn't tossing and turning, but I was like, fuck. I think South will win this game. But I was like, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of points in it. That's because usually I think South overs. They usually go hand in hand. But there's Penrith. They're the ultimate unders, you know.
Yeah, even when they absolutely get flogged, like Penrith, they go unders. Yeah. Like they don't. It's just they don't seem to be. If you go back, even the Para game was 34. There was only 44 points in that, and Penrith played basically that whole game with one less player. Otherwise, they're about a 30-point game, no matter who they're playing.
And Penrith do like the basic things, right? Like they try to get field position and they try to have possession. Yeah. So even games where they get pumped, it's not like they only have 30% of the ball. Like they still have the ball. They just couldn't score last week.
Yeah,
He's had heaps of opportunities, just couldn't score.
Correct.
I'm thinking unders, but I think for me, the best bet I can come up with is just for South to win. But that's also if Latrell's playing. So I personally wouldn't even touch this game right now. I'll wait till it's closer to kick off to see what gets confirmed. Any try scorers caught your eye?
Taylor May. $2.18. He's back in the lineup. I still don't know how he's better odds than Toto. I think Taylor, that side is there where they go to.
Yeah.
Johnson's too short.
How
otherwise, $1.52.
Oh,
yeah. Taylor May $2.18.
Ooh, I like Damien Cook.
Cookie.
Oh, look, when it's Penrith, we look at the opposition nines.
$5.75.
That's what I'd be thinking.
Well, yeah, Brandon Smith from Dummy Half made that run last week. So
yeah, and Cookie's been running. He's been running. Cam Murray's been getting those quick play the balls. Totola's playing really well. So, and Johnson, he's way too short. Cody could score backing up, but he had a lot of opportunities last week, so he might be very cold this week. It's where he just goes on a try scoring spree week in, week out. So, look, tough one for try scorers, but for me, not touching this game, my friend. Not a big fan of it. Let's just say that. Let's get into our Filthy Friday, shall we? Who do we have first up? Your Filthy Friday.
Cows and Warriors.
Is it? Oh, yep. Yeah, here we go. Got the right one. Cowboys, Warriors. Look at these fucking odds. Cowboys, $1.12. The Warriors, $6.50. The line is 19.5. Total points are over 51.5. This is up in North Queensland. Not too many changes to either side. Kyle Felt is back, and that's about it. So, look, for me, the Warriors line screams value. That's popping off at me like crazy. And the other thing I like in this game is just the Warriors' total points. I reckon they put some points on. You've been saying it for a couple of weeks now that the Cowboys are starting to look fatigued post-Origin. They're a young team, and you're starting to see it. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, they're starting to leak a few points. I'm not like huge fan of taking. You know what the points line 51.5. Have you seen 51.5 points at all this year? That's fucking huge.
No, I think 48.5 was probably the highest one I've seen.
Yeah,
I think that was the Manly game last week, 48, and it went up to 49.5.
Yeah, and it still went like 60, 70 points. I would probably still take the 51.5. If you look at these recent games between the two teams, 25-24, so there's 49 points, 29-28, there's 57 points, 24-20, that's 44 points, 37-26, there's 63 points. They've actually hit that line at 50%. So,
and you notice the Warriors have always scored a lot of points.
And the Warriors, the Cowboys just struggle to defend against the Warriors. So I would probably wouldn't go the 51.5. I would go the Warriors to cover the points there. So Warriors total points, you can get 15.5 at $1.81. If you're feeling a bit confident, which I am, Warriors over 19.5 points, $2.76.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be looking at those. I've already put my best bets for the round on. Discord exclusive, by the way.
Discord
and the Warriors to score some points is the first leg of that multi. So, liking the Warriors, you think the Warriors have enough juice to win? That $6.50 is big. It feels like it's overs to me. But
I just think that the Warriors, though, when the Warriors get on a plane to go to Australia now, they don't give a fuck. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to be defending their line with the game on the line. Like they're just going to concede soft points. Yeah. I just think the Cowboys will let in soft tries as well. So
yeah, I reckon it's going to be soft on both sides. I reckon there'll be a lot of points. This is a game. This is a game for your multis, Luke. This is the same game multi type of game.
This is a try scorer bingo one. This is one where you can get a few try any times and it can juice her up.
All right, getting the live bet out. Let's do this. Who scores points in this game? And let's fucking do this.
Edward Kosi for the Warriors is $2.18.
That's my guy.
He's scoring. Cowboys are a bit short on players.
They're so short.
Yeah, but I still think Nana at $1.74 will get over.
Yeah, I still think that's too short. Fuck that.
I would honestly pick at least 2 to 3
Reece
Warriors
Robson.
players.
Reece Robson, 340.
Yeah, he'll go. Luciano Leilua will go over. Weak edge defense.
He's playing in the middle though, right?
Yeah, he is actually right. He's playing forwards.
Yeah, I reckon the Warriors players is where the juice is. You get both wingers. Just both wingers is 450.
Oof.
So that's pretty good. Who the fuck scores here? Ewan Atkins, 560. Sean Johnson, $7. I don't really like a lot of these Warriors players, all right. Maybe even just a Kossi double, Dallin double. I'd be just touching those.
Kossi double and try scorer. Where the fuck is my player markets? To score 2 or more. Kossi, 750.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at those. I'll put half a unit on that, scoop a couple up. I just want to pause for a second, check this out. Whose activity statement you going to run this week, Dafty? So, the reason why that's funny is because I had this multi paying almost $8,000. And as you know, bookies don't like it when you hedge in the same book, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked old mate Hobbo over here. I transferred him $500, and I was like, "Can you just dump this on the Titans under 9.5?" And in fucking 15 minutes, it was done. So he didn't lose anything financially, but when his activity statement comes, that $500 he may be down was all me.
So but you'll be identified as a good person to have on their books, so they might start sending you bonus bet offers and like that too, deposit bonuses.
They're going to value him highly, but look, I'm sure he can lose $500 on his own, thousands perhaps. But Hobbo, that's your story to tell. Try scorers in this game, Warriors wingers, baby. That's where I think there's some juice. The Warriors love that side-to-side bullshit, so they don't score too many tries in the middle. So, liking the Warriors total points, Warriors to cover the line, get on the Warriors try scorers. We're not saying the Warriors are going to win this game, but there is value within the Warriors markets. Would you agree?
I agree.
Beautiful. Well trained. Coming up. Normally, actually, it's never a main event, this one. This game makes me anxious. It's the Melbourne Storm versus the Brisbane Broncos.
Storm this is the most predictable game. I don't know why you're nervous. This is so... Just look at the form.
Yeah, but I go for the Broncos.
But you never beat the Storm.
No, we never do. I'm telling you, if you beat a team in the grand final when you're not supposed to, they will haunt you for the rest of their fucking lives. So... Storm $1.54, Broncos $2.50. The line's 4.5. Total points 43.5. I think the Storm have won 11 straight games. They find in some form. Broncos very similar to the Cowboys. Peaked mid-season, post-Origin. We're looking very flat. We've been leaking points all year. Now our attack's really starting to look shit, to be honest. Adam Reynolds isn't playing that well. Payne Haas is still injured. Katoni Staggs doesn't score tries. Cobbo's recovering from a head knock. Like, if you got Corey Oates as your best player every single week, like, it's going to be tough to win these games. Let me say that. What are your thoughts on the odds, the market? So the bookies got this one right. What's going on there?
-4.5 too short.
Too short. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Because we don't lose games by that margin. I don't know if you can have a look. We don't lose many like heartbreakers. Like, oh, so glad. It's like
no. This year you lost by 18, 14, 14, 12, 28.
Yeah.
Roosters, you lost by 4. 14. I forgot you lost to the Warriors. 14, 26. Yeah, you've all your losses this year. Only one of them has been by under 4, and it's 4 to the Roosters.
Yeah. So I'd take Melbourne -11.5, to be honest. What's that pay?
Melbourne -11.5 is 265.
Yeah. So there's a bit of Melbourne juice. Take Melbourne, adjust that line out if you want some value. It is at Suncorp as well. These Melbourne fuckers love it up there.
Yeah, Munster plays even better there.
Oh.
But even last week, how many times do I say every time Penrith play in Melbourne or Munster fucking carries? Like, he's so fucking good. He kills me.
Yeah, he's very hard to tackle, that guy. It's like
he is, and he's not like massive. Like,
no, he just seems really strong. Like, Tedesco is like strong, but he's just like really balanced as well.
Yes,
Munster just seems so strong. Like, yeah, very similar, but he's a fucking beast. I won't be betting on Melbourne because I'm not I don't care about profit that much to see my team lose, but logically everything says Melbourne are going to win and win well. I couldn't actually find any value for my Broncos in this game, like, unless we're talking Corey Oates to score. Like, that'll probably be my main bet. What's he paying? Is he over $2? Surely he's outside.
Corey Oates to score is paying
186.
186, yeah.
Fuck. So it's Corey Oates, and the reason why I like Corey Oates to score is because Xavier Coates is playing. He's one of the worst defensive wingers I've ever seen, and they're going up against each other too. So expect Coates to sprint out of the line, cut out pass from Tamari Martin to Corey Oates, diving into the corner. Clip that because I'm going to share it on Instagram when it hits. Thanks, Luke. Oh yeah, I'm producing this. I'll clip it myself. What are your thoughts? You got any other money plays? That's all I've got.
I just love that Melbourne line. I just can't see. It's probably going to be where the grand finals played, so Melbourne are going to be keen for it. I cannot see a world where Brisbane keep it competitive. They just have, even at like the peak Brisbane, they still get blown off the park against Melbourne. They just grow a leg when they play there. Jerome Hughes back. Like, this is basically, I think this is full strength Melbourne. Like, apart from Pappenhausen, this is the Melbourne team are going to go try and win the comp. So I think they'll win this game comfortably.
Yeah, I think they pound them. I think what's clear is Brisbane are a middle of the road team. We're just one of the best teams in the middle. What I'm middle, I mean between 6 and 12. That's your middle. I reckon we're one of the best teams there, which is not bad. Especially where we've come from. It's not bad. You'll win more games than you lose, but you will get your heart broken many times over. But next year we'll be looking good. So I'm not going to spin Brisbane Broncos bullshit because I've personally lost faith. I'm just being a supporter right now. So I'm on Corey Oates. I think Melbourne pump hard. Any Melbourne try scorers you see as value, or are they too short?
They're too short, but if I
reckon up the middle.
Up the middle?
Yeah.
I reckon
our forward pack can't tackle. Have you seen we concede the most post-contact meters than anyone in the comp? Like, we're the worst.
I'd go Money Munster, 275. Munster gets some scraps through the middle.
Do you reckon he plays fullback?
Nah, sure. I think with Hughes there, Meaney and Hughes back in the halves, I don't know. I think this is the 17 they'll run. I don't know. It'd be interesting though.
I think because the way that it looks like they're playing him is they play him at fullback in attack, and he plays a 6 in defense.
True.
So Meany does all that covering the ground shit on defense, just sprinting after shit,
Yeah,
catching bombs, and then on the attack they switch,
true.
which is it's pretty good coaching. It's very smart. You get someone as dangerous as Munster, get him to touch the ball in more positions that he likes. It's a dangerous combination. So take Melbourne and pump. I like Corey Oates to score, and I do think Cam Munster is value at 275 because I have a strong feeling he'll be slotting in at fullback at some point. Let's get into Slutty Saturday. Kicking it off, Parramatta Eels versus Canterbury Bulldogs. Eels $1.35, the Dogs $3.25, line being 9.5 points. Book is expecting a lot of points, 48.5. This game is at 3 o'clock, being played at CommBank Stadium. These teams both use CommBank as a home ground, so big crowd, big Middle Eastern crowd, I assume. The boys are going to be pumping here. The drums will be out. What are your thoughts? So the Dogs pumped Parramatta earlier this year. Absolutely pumped them.
Sunday afternoon, yep. That was the first run of Mick Potter's games where they threw the ball around.
Sweet Potter. There's a chance Luke Thompson and Pangai play too. So that forward pack's starting to look a little bit dangerous for the Dogs. But the biggest news is probably that Mitch Moses named to return after breaking a nail, I think 3 weeks ago. So what are your thoughts? I found this one a bit difficult.
It's tricky because this is basically the Para team that are going to run with through now. They're full, like most of these big teams are starting to assemble their squads together. So they should run away with it.
Para have more to play for, and they're a better team.
Yes.
And they're at home. But and they have the revenge factor.
It was a very similar scenario early in the year. They had more to play for and all that shit, and they shat the bed big time. And
this is true.
It is a tricky game to pick. Overs again, 40.5 is huge. The only thing with the Dogs last week, though, is that was the first time I think I saw the Dogs go back to their old ways and just not like give up, but struggle. Like they got flogged by the Warriors in New Zealand. Like for a team who was 60 minutes competitive against the Cowboys, who beat the Knights, beat the Titans. That was the first time I've seen them really start to leak points again. So rather than taking the 48.5, I'll take Para to cover the point. They're 28.5. I think they'll score 30 points.
Ooh, I was thinking Para to cover the line in the second half. What's the second half handicap? If it's under 6.5, I'll take it.
That's a good
5.5.
Yeah, that's actually I'm on that now. I'm putting that on.
Yeah, you're putting it on right now.
That's a great market.
Because if that moves, you don't want to touch it.
Yeah, so, no, this the 6 points you want to take. Yeah,
yeah. So
I've added that in. I've got a juicy multi building, which I'm going to share at the end of this. It's very juicy. It's up to 39-1. It's juicy.
Well, you put in the best of the best in there.
Mm-hmm. What I like, and I'm feeling good about these so far.
Yeah. So all right, we do like Para in this one. Probably not to cover that whole 9.5 because anything can happen. The Dogs have been, pretty good in the first half. Aside from last week, in these games against better teams, they are competitive for 40 to 60 minutes. So until Burden kicks it out on the full or something. But no, pretty keen for that. And that'll be a good game to kick off your slutty Saturday. Try scorers, though. Is there anything that really pops out to you in this one?
No, I don't car usually, but $1.68 is a bit short. Nothing in, their backs do a lot of the scoring for both teams, and they were all very short.
Yeah, and I think the book is expecting a lot of points.
Yeah. Apart from Papali'i, a lot of points come through Para's back line. He's 310 though, but yeah.
Papa don't preach. I'm not really loving anything in terms of try scorers for this game. And I'm not good at picking try scorers, so if I don't have a vibe, if there's nothing floating in me gut, I'm not touching it. So no try scorers for me. I'm liking Para in the second half. Let's get them buckets, baby. Your next game on Saturday. Ooh. Cronulla $1.25, Manly $4. The line's 11.5. Total points at 49.5. We're going to see heaps of points this weekend according to the Sportsbet algorithm. Saab knee is gone. Cooler's on the wing. Harper is back, but Jake Trbojevic, he's gone. Talakai is still fucked. Connor Tracy and Matt Moylan are back, though. So, did you see that tweet? I'm sure you would have. Everyone's seen it, but I thought it was just marvelous. That tweet around Manly having to play for Pride for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I thought that was absolutely brilliant. It wouldn't do me justice if I tried to repeat it. So, if you haven't seen it, look for it. It's fucking class. I thought that was fantastic. Manly, absolutely terrible last week. Fucking shocking.
Understatement. They've given up. The season's done.
Man, I would have just loved to just have money on the Titans second rows. Fucking hell. They carved up. But yeah, I think Manly absolutely gone. Like, if I was playing in that Manly team, I would you'd wake up every morning just think, what's the point? Because they're not a young side, not really. Like average age and not that young. They've got a few young players, but it's not like they're a young side that can build for next year either.
No.
Like they honestly have no reason to put in effort. For them, you just want to make sure Cherry Evans doesn't get injured or anything like that. You don't want long-term injuries to your better players. And look, I don't know, how do you get over that Pride round thing? Like, if that's an actual issue, does an off-season fix that? Like,
I'd say you could. It's something you probably could plan out. I don't know, because they're gonna have to tackle it again next year.
They got the gang signs things happen. 2161, baby. 2161. Yeah. That's like 5 minutes from me.
There you go.
I went to school in the 2161.
Gang.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this game? How does it go? Basically, how much does Cronulla pump them by? I think that 11.5 is a joke.
I think so, but I would smash the second half line. Over 25.5 points in the second half. I would just smash that. I just think Manly give up, or Manly just throw the ball around, not give a fuck.
When they played earlier this year, remember that game? That was the coming of Talakai.
Yes,
the Sharks absolutely blew them out in the first half.
24 points scored in the second half.
But that was all Manly though, right?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, it was a fucking weird game, that one, actually.
Yeah, but the last couple of games post-Pride round, Manly have conceded. There's been 36 points scored in the second half last week, and then 28 the week prior. Para scored 22, and then Titans scored 24. But I don't think you can get on second half points on Sportsbet anyway. You can get on first half, but not second half points for each team.
Yeah. I personally like Cronulla to 13 plus these blokes. 13 plus. If the Titans can do it, whose attack's been... Look, it's better since Sexton's not there. But if Cronulla have anything, it's the will to throw that ball around. It just comes down to whether they're going to make 20 errors or not. Like, they can still... What they score against the Tigers, like 30-something?
36.
36. And they were dropping the ball everywhere. Yeah. So I do like Cronulla's total points overs and Cronulla to 13 plus these fools.
Matt Moylan's back as well, which is a big in for him.
Big in. What about try scorers? What do you got?
Try scorers.
Wingers are very short.
Oh, they're very short. Is Connor Tracy playing?
He is playing in the centre.
Yeah, centre. Okay, I like 220.
Left centre he's playing.
He nearly died, and he's back, so he's going to get a try for that.
And he'll be up against Morgan Harper.
Yeah, that's a bit... He's very happy, Morgan Harper.
Yeah. I like...
He's shit. God, he's bad.
He's...
Fucking hell. He is so bad.
You know what's funny is he's one of he probably plays the hardest out of that whole Manly team, though.
Oh, he tries his ass off.
He works so hard.
Won't fault him for effort.
Yeah. He's just not great. For me, I like Teague Wilton and Matt Moylan. 360 and 375. I think Cronulla score about 6 to 8 tries at least in this game. It's not just going to be the wingers banging on the door the whole time. I also like Britton Nakora as well. So I'm looking at second rowers and Matt Moylan. That's what I'm thinking. Well, not Wade Graham, but all the other cunts out there. So, and if I'm looking at Teague Wilton, second half.
Okay.
But that's because I know that Wade Graham's not playing full 80 minutes these days.
No.
So Teague Wilton gets on there fresh as fuck in the second row, carving up. So, and Cherry Evans doesn't like tackling anymore. He's trying not to get injured, remember? He's just trying not to get injured. Fucked up last week. He'll fuck up again this week. Anything more in this game before we jump to the next?
No, nothing else.
We got nothing? All right. Saturday evening, the Roosters versus the Tigers. It's $1.07. The Tigers are $9. The line is only 21.5 points. Only 2 points more than that fucking Sharks. Oh, actually, no. What am I talking about? I'm going to bet 19.5. My bad. 21.5 points of the line. Total points, 48.5. The question is, can the Tigers drag the Roosters down to their level? Because they're just, if their games are ugly. Like, even that Cronulla game was bad to watch. It was fucked.
Yeah. No.
Do you reckon the Roosters cover 21.5 though?
Nah, I don't like that's getting out there because that, as I said, a bad 10, 15 minutes for the Roosters.
Yeah.
And you're fucking 2 tries to the Tigers, for example, and they slotted from the sideline. Then you're talking a fucking 33-point win needed. It starts to get it gets very difficult. The one thing I will say with the Tigers though is they're not like they're competitive, but the Roosters are just on another level at the moment. Like they're just getting better and better. It's in terms of getting, I think first half points would be pretty good. What the line is for the Roosters. The Roosters have scored over 16 points in the first half. Over 14 or more points in the first half in their last 5 games. I think it's 4 or 5 games or something. They've scored at least 14 points. So it's a safe bet. Roosters
I'm smiling a lot right now because for those of you who follow my best bet for this round, that's what I've got. I got Roosters first half total points.
There you go.
So,
you want to play it safe,
$1.50
for play it safe for the over 13.5, so they hit that 100% strike rate. Juice her up if you want, but I'm playing it safe here because my multi's getting fucking fat, and I want to be. If I'm alive, I don't want to be fucking getting risky here. It's up with that. It's up to 115 to 1. So stay tuned, guys. This is getting bigger and bigger.
Fuck. Big giveaway if it bangs.
Depending
on how much you put on it.
Huge.
Yeah, I reckon the Roosters pump. So for me, I was looking at the Roosters minus 9.5 in the first half. I can see it 16-6 or even more because the Tigers have given up 20-some points in the first half a couple of times already. But I went just the Roosters total points just to be safe. Just in case the Tigers managed to what was the ref gave him a bullshit try to start that game for Manu Brown. That was fucking shorter than my dick, that thing. So if anything like that happens, might ruin the first half handicap. So first half total points for the Roosters to pump them, and there's a chance that they chill out towards the end, in the second half, and it just become a boring game. So try scorers. Everyone seems to like Suwali, but do we like him at $1.36?
No, I hate him at that price. Angus Crichton, 320.
I think anyone at that price, you'd have to just look at the doubles, eh?
Yeah, it's literally Jason Saab Travojevic territory now.
Yeah.
I would just take 310, take Angus Crichton.
Well, I do like Angus Crichton. He's playing on the left with Kiri again.
Yeah.
Both of them playing on the left side of the field, which is the right side for them. Those guys are playing very well together. So I agree. I like Angus Crichton. He's a good man. Who else do we like here? Brett Naden. He's fucking wild, that guy. He was so close to scoring so many tries last week.
Yeah, 260.
He's a very risky fella, Brett Naden. Like, I don't like him when I bet the West Tigers unders last week, and he was just ruining my life. Man, he was that second half. So he was just diving for everything. Like, he was crazy, chasing bombs, grubbers. So absolutely flying. Just looking at the chat. Sorry, it's been pumping in here. I've got to get my eyes off Sportsbet for a minute. We've also, who else has joined? Boom J's in. James is in. CJ Moxley, Nighthawk Gaming. How you doing, lads? From Hobbo, vape flavor of the week. sucking on a blueberry blend, baby. Triple Bs. This one's for you, I believe.
It's contract talks are stalled. They're slow. What do they mean? The fuckers are slow. We are building something.
We are. We're a bit like the Dolphins, you know. It takes time to build a team. It might even take longer to build a fucking website with custom merch on it. But we're working on it. Similar, there's monster rumors. The rumors of this merch it's true. It's true. We're getting there. All right. So back the fuck up. Where any other try scorers for you?
No.
Naden and I think Angus Crichton. I think I like him better than Naden, but had to pick a Tigers player, it'd probably be him. Hectic. Let's get into Seedy Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. St. George Illawarra Dragons versus Gold Coast Titans. $1.55 versus $2.45. The line is at 4.5 points. Total points 49.5. Could there be another Tri Fiesta on the cards? The bookies believe so. And so does Luke. I actually like the Titans in this one. Reason being, I've been betting on the side of the Dragons, but it's because I'm a fan of Ben Hunt. I like Ben Hunt. I like Moses Sully. And for some reason, I like Josh Maguire. I don't know. But I like the Titans in this one purely because the Dragons are in that dangerous spot where it doesn't matter what they do anymore. Like they're at that heartbreak period where they've just realized like we're fucked. Like there's nothing to really push hard for. Whereas the Titans, you know, if I know anything about the Titans, they love pushing hard at the end of the year to give false hope for next year. It's one of their favorite things in the world to do. Build up their fan base, and they'll fucking shoot on them at the start of the year next year. What are your thoughts? How does this game go, though?
I think the Dragons will win. I still think we're a better team. Titans won their first game in like 10 weeks last week.
Yeah, we're on song now, baby.
A fucking terrible Manly team. I think St. George. I think they can keep it like they kept it close against the Raiders. They only lost by 6 to Cronulla. They did get flogged by the Cowboys in the end. That was an awful second half, but yeah, their form line. They've actually had a pretty tough run of games. They played the Roosters in there. They played the Broncos. They've literally basically been playing teams in the 8, or fighting for the 8. Whereas the Titans have just been absolute shithouse until last week. But I will say the Titans do score points. This could so many points though. This is a game where they like Titans points 21.5 against the Dragons. Dragons 26.5. I'd maybe try and look for potentially a first half points line because both looks like the Titans do give up a lot of points in the first half, as do the Dragons.
Yep.
That's probably which way I'd be leaning. Total first half points, you're getting what's Dragons first half 12.5, Titans 10.5. Titans score 2 tries in the first half.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Because I do like the Titans. That over 10.5 in the first half, $1.98. It's
$2 too. I got $2.
What?
You're looking at an alternative. Just look at the first half one. Yeah.
Oh, just their line.
It's 10.5 as well.
Oh, take the extra 4 cents there. Yeah, I do like the Titans in the first half. Let me tell you. What are your thoughts on try scorers for this one? Is there value in the market?
I think Fafita.
Which one?
Form. David Fafita. A little bit of form back.
Sweet Dave.
Yeah.
Does Beau Fermor get over again?
Fuck, I like him.
I think he's got 8 tries this year.
Yeah, and they're all like
classic a few times.
Yeah, for a team that's doing so shit, for a forward to get over that many times, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Well, they don't go wide much though, the Titans. You know, they're similar to Canberra.
Crash bash.
Yeah, their backs don't really touch the ball in the opposition 20. That's because they don't get the greatest service out of 9. They don't play very expansive. And their second rowers just demand the ball. So Fermor, Fafita, they live for it. So, and even fucking Tino. Tino just loves the ball in the opposition 20. Like,
yeah, he does. He's a Graham.
Like Paul Gallen, that guy. Just fucking give me the ball in there, mate. So, yeah, I think the second roles for the Titans of value. You reckon Lomax plays well this week? Because that really determines where the Dragons score points. It depends on this fucker if he's going to play well or not.
Yeah, it's a fifth. Flip a coin. Fucking flip a coin.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Dragons' try scorers, I must admit. The wingers are very short. Like last week, they had Amon score a hat trick. So, yeah, I'm not too hot on any of those, but I also came into this game liking the Titans. So, you may differ. You may think otherwise. I think that's what we probably wager on this week. What do you reckon?
What do you want to get?
I'll take the Titans plus 4.5.
Yeah, I'll take Dragons minus 4.5. Done.
Okay. Speaking of, let's do this fucking giveaway because this next game is shit. I don't want to talk about that next game too long. Let's do this giveaway. Code word in the chat. I'll accept either toilet or cubicle, or even, for the degens out there, I'll even accept nose beers. Whatever's easier for you to type, fill it up, put it in the chat right now. Any of those 3 words to enter tonight's draw that my friend Luke is honored to sponsor. So let's get it in. The shitter, would you accept the shitter?
I would accept the shitter.
You'll accept the shitter? All right. Great spelling, by the way. Toilet's not an easy word for a lot of people. Nose beers with no spaces. Not bad. Toilet in capital letters. Nice. Well, whilst this chat fills up, speaking of nose beers, I've actually been thinking of getting my deviated septum fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an odd. What made you think of that?
Because it makes nose beers very difficult when you can't breathe out of your nose. So what are we giving? What are you giving away? It's either a
case
slab
of beer or a. I will. It's up to you. Well, $50 bonus bet. I was going to say this multi I'm putting on. Fuck, if we put 50 on it. Woo!
What are the odds at now?
200 and.
Are you betting on every game or just stuff that we like?
233. Yeah, no, it's every game at the moment. There's bits in every game that I like.
That's an anaconda. Now the boys in the Discord love the conda. Love it.
I'll put it up. Don't worry, I'll put it up.
Put up the conda. I'll chuck a bonus bet on it. Why not? I'll pull you in with me. All right, look, we're taking no more bets. How's the Wheel of Fortune looking?
Ready to go.
Okay.
Let's share.
Whilst this guy gets it ready, another reminder, subscribe to the goddamn channel. We need more subs, baby.
I need Huncho in there as well. Huncho, and that should be everyone. Yep. All right. Good luck.
Spinning around. Come on, Lockie. Come on, Lockie. Come on, Lockie.
No way. He's done it.
I'll tell you how he's reacting right now. Fuck yeah.
There you go.
There you go. See? That's
stop fucking bitching and whinging now.
That win for Lockie, right? That just personifies what gambling is all about. You just get close, you get heartbroken, you come back for more, and then it happens again. And if you just stick with it, make the right choices in life, then things just happen. And so congratulations to Lachlan Cooksey, you cooked prick. I think he said he'll take the slab of beers. Let us know. Do you want the slab of the beers or do you want to chase immortality with this big fucking bet? Tell us what you want to do. Oh, there you go. You didn't waste any time. I get birthday beers. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Birthday tomorrow. There you go.
Mate, you might have to get express delivery there, Luke. Ooh. I reckon.
Fucking hell.
So he can drink on his birthday.
What beer do you drink, Lachlan?
Let us know what beers you drink, Lock. I actually had a few beers with Lockie. You know that? Remember I went to go see that UFC day? That was sponsored by a certain bookie.
Not sponsoring us, but yes.
Not sponsoring us, but yeah, sweet Lockie came. Great young fella. Went to the bar for me on numerous occasions to collect my beer because I'm old and I was too lazy to go back and forth. He lined up to get his food a couple of times. He was just excellent. He was all over it. He got there early. He got there so early. He booked us the best seats. He was fucking all over it. So, well done, Lockie. Well deserved, mate. Let us know what beers you want, and if you don't, Luke will choose one of his finest for you.
Victoria's finest.
And it it might rhyme with Marlton Guy. What are your thoughts on this real quick before we get into this shit game? So this bloke has just been pumping the chat, right?
I like his latest comment though. Yeah, that one.
Wait, so you're going to get a gambling community to meet up in a casino?
Well, fuck. What do you think we're going to do? Wherever we are, we'll be on our phones punting anyway. So why not do it in an environment where we don't have to be on our phones?
Responsible betting. I'm trying to teach people responsible gambling, using you tracking your units, tracking your bets, all this type of shit, and we're going to take them to the CAS.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I like that.
We could do it. We could do a Daft Previews Christmas party at the casino.
This is a day. It'll be not a bad evening.
Fucking if EPL's on that night too, we could do a whole slutty Saturday into the EPL. Tui's new. Or can't
draft.
Draft, eh?
Okay.
So look, we'll talk about it. We'll think about it. I'm, a bit chained down at the moment, but I'm sure I can. If we're going to get interstate, those of you come from the interstate for a slutty Saturday at the casino here in Sydney, I'll do it. I'll make it happen.
We'll give enough notice. It'll be sweet.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right, sweet. Let's get into this final game and get on with the rest of our lives. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at that. Newcastle Knights versus the Canberra Raiders. The Raiders are $1.31. The Knights $3.50. The Lions 10.5. Total points of 44.5. Like, just looking at these odds, the bookie's like, I don't care or I don't know. Like $1.30, $3.50 is one of those meh. Should win.
Yeah.
That's what that tells you. And even that line tells you like, could go either way. Total match points 44.5. So if it's low, like the Penrith game, you're looking at 41. If it's high, you're close to 50. The bookie's like, fuck it, just pick something in the middle. So I've got nothing on this. Nothing.
I'm going to be going on the side of Canberra, obviously. I think they'll win this, but they need to win big to get any chance.
30 every game.
Well, I don't think they'll catch the Roosters, but I think they can look at a team like Parramatta, and I think that's the team they probably can back themselves because Para only have a plus 30, plus 20. I think their points difference, plus 28, whereas theirs is minus 31. So if they win big this week, for example,
that's true,
and the Dogs do the same thing they did to Para early in the year, then all of a sudden it's within 2 points and the for and against is there.
So that 10.5.
Yeah, obviously it's not likely, but it's possible. Then Para has to travel up to Suncorp next week.
Oh, they don't like it there.
They don't like playing at Suncorp, and then their final game is against the Storm. So I think that's what Raiders are hoping for. Para shit the bed, whereas the Raiders actually have a very favourable run home. They're next week they're at home against Manly, who are basically playing for pride, as we joke about. And then their last game's against the Tigers as well. So they need to win all three, obviously. But if Para win only one, then they probably would back themselves to catch Para's for and against on the last game, for example, if they're playing Melbourne, maybe because Melbourne need to lock in a top 4 spot. It's not as done and easy as running home. I think the Knights are just fucking in shambles at the moment. So, but in my multi, I'm just going to chuck Canberra in their head-to-head. Just play it safe. If this is the last leg and I need a fucking handicap covered, and
I would say I reckon
by.
Just the head-to-head is pretty safe.
That brings it up to 300 to 1. So power play to 330.
And how much are you going to put on this? Just a tenner? $20?
I'll go 25.
25?
Yeah, 25. at 30. Actually, I should go 30. If I put 30 on it, it gets me $9,912. Actually, how do we get it to 10 grand?
30. Yeah, you need that 10 jiggers. You need that for the socials.
Yeah, $30.50 gets you 10,077 back.
That's horny. I do like the Raiders to win. It's just the line. What concerns me is the Raiders don't 13 plus anyone. Like I said that last week, they don't 13 plus anyone. They won by 2 points.
No, it's true. Yeah, but the multi, just to summarize what the multi is. First game tomorrow night, under 41.5 points into either team by 10 or less. So the Panthers Rabbitohs game. Then I've got the Warriors to score over 19.5 points at 279. I got Brisbane minus 11.5. Sorry, Storm minus 11.5 against the Broncos at 269. I've got Paris second half handicap at minus 5.5. I got the Sharks to win 13 plus at $2. I got the Roosters over 13.5 first half points at $1.50. I got the Titans over 10.5 first half points at $2.04. And then the Raiders head to head at $1.31. So we're going flat early. So if we get through those, then we're basically flipping on each other leg.
Bro, you're getting those DBA brake pads, I think, next week, boy.
Yeah. So $30.50 returning $10,077. I tell you what, if I'm on that last leg, there's a fat hedge going on to the Knights. Hobbo, get ready. I'm dumping some money in your account, mate. Like, just get ready.
Let's just give Hobbo some preparation right now, right? So let's say you're on your last leg to win 10 grand.
Yep.
The Knights are paying $3.50. So you're going to put
I'd do the same.
2 to 3 grand?
Nah, because then you're only winning 4 grand. I would still do 500, maybe 1,000, and just say you win 1,000 or win 3 grand, win 3.5 grand, or win 9 grand, basically. Yeah, that's it. If you drop 1,000 on the Knights, then you're either going to win 3.5. You're going to make a profit of 2.5 grand or 9 grand, which isn't bad. That's again, we're thinking way ahead, but
no, you got to plan for it because Hobbo needs to prepare himself, right? Because he misses. What the fuck is this? So it's not bad. It's not a bad play. So if anybody's thinking of hedging big bets like that, please see Hobbo.
Let's make him look like the ultimate degenerate.
Yeah, feed him. Loves a bonus bet too. So we'll have some. Look, I'm inspired. I'm going to do an anaconda for this week. Won't be near those odds at all because I'm a responsible bettor now. But I do have bonus bets, so I'll be doing a anaconda straight after this show. And Luke, you'll be sharing yours in the Discord too. Am I right?
I am. Yep, I'm doing it right now.
He's doing it right now. So get into the Discord. The link's in the description. If you haven't joined, make sure you guys sub to the channel. We appreciate y'all. It's been fun. We'll see you next week.